Hello and welcome to this really short instructional video on how to launch MyOn with your students by using whole class reading. So first of all, we just need to log into the site itself. Now, don't forget that from your teacher account, you have access to exactly the same books that your students do. And you can access all of these texts just by clicking on to Library. Now, you can click on Browse to search based on a particular category. So this might be to do with the subject that you teach, for example, such as science. Or you can click onto the search option just with the magnifying glass, which allows you to come in and really refine down what you're looking for. So you can filter based on whether it's non-fiction, for example, and you can filter based on year level. And you can also type in something specific as well. So let's say we were approaching this from a PSHE perspective, for example, and we wanted to talk about jobs in form time. So what we can do is we can just type it in at the top. Now, it might be that your students haven't quite got round to logging into MyOn themselves. So let's get them really excited about the program by going through the book together and exposing them to the kind of material that they can access with this website. So we said we were going to talk about jobs. Let's imagine that we want to extend that and bring that into our science lessons, for example, and we wanted to talk about jobs using technology. So all we need to do is hover over the title and then click on Read. Now, this could then be something that you have projected onto your whiteboard, and there's nothing to stop your students going in and following along with this at the same time. Now, just as an example, we could use the cover itself as a discussion point, really to start piquing our students' interests. We've got some examples of jobs on here, such as roller coaster designer. So we might start saying to our students to get them thinking, why do you think we need to use technology to be a roller coaster designer? Or can you think of anything to do with science that we might need to be a roller coaster designer? We can see that it says, and more. Can you think of any other jobs that are going to be using technology before we start going through the book itself? Anything else that you think could be important? And of course, as we start turning the pages using the arrows, we can start to get that discussion going a little bit more. It could be that we direct our students towards certain pages or certain aspects of this topic, or getting them to relate to their own experience. So again, we're getting them to think ahead, pulling out those key terms that we have been taught in lessons as well. Now, of course, there is much more that you can do with the system in terms of annotating books, for example. But of course, if you do have any further questions, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. But I hope that you can use this video just as a way to start really exciting your students about the MyOn content and get them reading independently as well.